What are you doing with that thing?
This is for Cole and Drake, so tell them about that.
She's taking a picture of you.
I hope not.
Tell them about what this is.
Well, it's a dairy thermometer.
Okay.
I guess that's what you call it. I never heard its name. I could probably named it myself.
Take it out and show me it.
Well, see, the first place we ever owned and where the kids could go to school without having to change or something was this little 15-acre farm. And at first, Lauren started with chickens and broilers because we didn't have much money to start with. And that was small. And then he went into the dairy, small dairy. He only had, probably milk, and at one time only 6 or 7 cows.
Which I had to milk.
She
Go
said,
ahead.
She said which she had to milk.
Well, Mother showed her how. See, I wouldn't milk. I didn't want to get started. I thought once I learned to milk, I'll be stuck with it.
I wasn't as smart as Grandma.
But my mother came to see us, and she knew how to milk cows. And so she taught Carly. And when Carly had to get up before school to go milk the cows, a little bitty kid in about the 2nd or 3rd grade, I don't remember what she was in, but I felt so sorry for her.
Where did you guys live?
In
What's
Fort Collins, Colorado.
Fort Collins? Okay.
And so I learned to milk just because of her, because I felt sorry for her having to get up and milk cows.
My poor mom had to come help me.
So we had those, and then we had an excess of milk and milk products. But the main one was cottage cheese. We had a separator. We separated the cream. Then we made, as I remember, the cottage cheese was made of skim milk. I don't even remember what we used, but I can remember this little thermometer. And at testing, maybe it tells on here, I don't know. I haven't seen this for many years. It's been stored away. But I put it in the milk as it heated on our wood range. And it had to be at a certain temperature, and so I could just slide it back and forth on the range to where it didn't get too hot or too cold. And I don't remember what the time was to leave it at that temperature. But it would make perfect cottage cheese. It would separate the whey from the curds.
What did you put in the milk?
I don't remember that we put anything in the milk. I think it was just, I think it was probably skim milk because we were selling cream and making butter all the time. But anyway, it would separate the whey from the curds.
So just get the milk getting to a certain temperature causes it to turn into cottage cheese?
It would naturally separate.
Wasn't the milk soured, Mom? We waited until it was soured. I think it's soured, and that
would make buttermilk, not cottage cheese.
I can't remember. I don't remember back 60 or 80 years ago.
No, I think the cottage cheese was made with
You may be right, Carly.
sour milk. The buttermilk, now that was made with cream, and it wasn't soured.
Well, you could make sweet cream butter.
I know that because I not only had to milk the cows, I had to churn the butter.
Yeah, we just had a little glass churn, and you had to crank it. You had to turn that little
How long did you have to crank it?
until it made butter.
Fast, slow, just steady?
Steady.
Steady. And that was cream. You just put cream in there and,
Now that was cream.
and crank it, and it'll turn into butter.
Yeah.
I need a recipe.
And
I need to know the ingredients so I can do it.
No, it's straight cream.
Straight cream.
Yeah.
And just churn it.
The more cream in it, the more butter.
And
you
if
have.
it's too warm, the milk the butter, you can see the little globules, but they won't coagulate. They won't come together. So if you added cold water, then all of the little globules would come
Into
together.
the cream? You added the water into the cream?
At,
Cold?
at a certain stage, if you
Okay.
saw all of these little
Fat globs.
yeah,
Then you add it.
and
Okay.
then it would come together, and I could quit churning.
And then you worked it a little bit and shaped it. I did it with my hands. And you salted it if you wanted it salted at that time. And made it into whatever shape or bowl you wanted to put it in till it was ready to use. But we had our own sweet cream butter. We had our own cottage cheese. You could drink skim milk, only we never did. We drank whole milk.
And we drank the buttermilk because not
was-
all of the globules got into the butter. Some
That's
of them
right, there
stayed into the buttermilk.
And it was good buttermilk.
Oh, I bet.
You can't buy buttermilk like we'd raised from those Jersey cows. And the Jersey cows gave a lot of butter fat. So Lauren bought, and we really didn't get paid according. So Lauren bought one or two Holsteins so that we'd get the butter fat lower than the Jerseys gave,
Oh, okay.
and mix that. And then I just sold it and put it in the big cream cans.
And poor little Carly.
Huh?
Poor little Carly. Grandpa had the cows. He only had 15 acres. So he couldn't pasture them.
Well, he
But-
pastured them on what he had, but it wasn't enough pasture.
The highway from Laramie to Fort Collins went by us. And there was large shoulders on either side, dipped down with
Right.
nice thick grass. So,
See,
besides milking the
those-
cows and churning the butter and gathering the eggs, I would go out every morning after I milked the cows and herd the cows out to the highway and sit along the edge of the highway as the truckers went by and we would wave, and I made sure the cows stayed down in the barrel pit grazing and didn't come up on the highway.
highway.
Get hit.
Mhm.
That's good
The
job.
man that lived,
I
He
spent
had-
the whole day out there.
he had kind of a little store. I don't think he had a filling station or anything.
There was a filling station.
Was that a filling
Yeah.
station? I can't remember the filling station, but he had kind of a little store there. And he sold odds and ends, and he had ice cream and things. He would get so sorry. He'd see Carly out there herding those cows along a highway with the traffic. And he would bring her ice cream cone once in a while.
Or he brought me those little things that had kind of sweet little juice inside them. They were kind of wax little bottles.
Oh, yeah, they still have those bad candy. They should have quit making that.
But that was amazing to have a child as young as she was, trusting her with those milk cows.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Now, how old were
I
you?
was probably 10 by then. Yeah,
I don't know
really.
if you
You're
was
about
in-
ready for marriage.
No!
I don't remember how old. It seems to me you was younger than that.
No, I wasn't that old.
Well, I know Mother had you milking cows, and I don't think you was 10 years old
No, I
yet.
wasn't then. No. But that was my fault because I was fascinated.
With the milk coming out.
I'd get on the other side, and pretty soon she had me doing it.
And Mother didn't stay there too long to do it, see. So when she left with Lauren moving whatever he was selling of the produce we produced, the cows was left to us. And I didn't know how to milk, so poor little Carly would get up before school time.
And 6 milk cows? How many did you milk?
whatever was fresh.
4 to 6, yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of milking.
Yeah.
Because I milked one and it takes a while. Like
And then
20
Lauren-
minutes.
Lauren got his hand in the planer, and he couldn't milk. So it was a good thing she knew how.
Was that around the same time?
No, well, yeah. I was a little older then.
Yeah. But the poor little girl, she sure needed to get away from our house. And so she went up to Wyoming and stayed with friends up there for a little, I don't know how long, not too long. When she came home, she was grown up. I hardly knew my own child. She just changed that quick.
How old were you when you went up there?
I'd have been about 11.
Yeah, that's the
But
age females.
Keep in mind that I was as tall. I was the tallest. I was the tallest girl in my class when I
Oh,
was
you're
11.
kidding.
No.
We call you an early bloomer.
Yeah. There was the only boys. There was 2 boys older than me, and they were both about 2 years behind.